So I promised the story of how I met my wife, and I'm making good on my promise now as I'm filming myself taking photos. So I met this girl called Becky when I was 16 years old, and I never dated anyone, so I didn't know how dating worked. And Becky and I met while we were teaching Sunday school together. We were Sunday school teachers in the same classroom, and we hit it right off. And I was very shy, so I thought we were dating. I didn't know how that worked. I didn't know if you had to ask, will you be my boyfriend, or how that works. I still don't know to this day. And at any rate, so we went out and we were doing stuff. We were going to the movies. We were doing stuff. It was early on in that relationship. I could go on for days about that. Anyway, so I thought we were dating, but she had a boyfriend of 3 years all along. She was just doing stuff with me. And at any rate, so I thought, since we were dating and since we were so happy, let's get my best friend, his name happened to be Michael. I thought we would get him together with her best friend, who was Diana. And so one night we had them, we had been on a couple of double dates together, but one night we had decided we would help them get set up on a movie date. And so he called her and asked her out, and when it was that evening to go out, he had to call her up and tell her that she couldn't go to the movies. He was grounded because his room was dirty. And I found that out the next day. I found out that they didn't get to go out. So I felt bad for her, obviously, that she didn't get to go out. And so I said, you know what, let's you and me go to the movies. And we went to see Harry and the Hendersons. That was the first movie that we ever saw. And that was in 1987, sometime in, July-ish time frame, something like that. And anyway, that was the first movie that we saw, and then we just kept going to see stuff and going to see movies, and then we became an item, and then that's how we met. So we met through my best friend, who I thought I was dating, who I wasn't. She was already, and actually she did marry that guy. They're divorced now, which is kind of a sad story, but she did marry that guy that she was dating when I thought I was dating her. And I did marry my wife, and we're still married, which I'm very happy about. So that's the long story. How long was that? It was like 2.5 minutes.